What the business is? YouTube, this Clarence over here at Pursuit of Freedom. Looking at my TV screen for a quick second. This is what the day is. Thursday night football, 7:57 in the PM. Meek Mills is in the middle of performance, but I'm about to hit the mute button on him. Okay, okay. TC2000 is the software, baby. Now, I've been watching a range that has been extremely tight. And honestly, I got a strange feeling that the entire market uh, might end up returning back within this range. Now, we got news that trade talks between China and the US are going to pick up again in a few months. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put a recess on it. And I remember something about trade talks supposed to he's supposed to be giving us a break. He don't want to be the Grinch that stole Christmas, right? So either he gonna get it out the way in October, or supposedly they gonna hold out. Now, once again, Trump is trying to get reelected too, so uh, I just always take that into account when I'm thinking about anything I'm doing trading wise. I do want to highlight that I probably can't do what I want to try to do right quick, which I can't. But I do want to highlight the fact that, let me go ahead and do one and go on, delete that. But I want to highlight the fact that account is brewing. I'm $172,000 up on the year, so I have made a few paper trades. I'm 72% of the way. And I'm at a point now, the only reason why I was able to make a few trades and get the account up a tad bit was because I was I didn't have to go do anything. I had a few days off due to the hurricane, due to the storm. But just taking a quick look at the market, we've had this tight area. The response that the market had after getting that news that, you know what I mean, China and the US are going to go take a month off. That's kind of a good thing too, because September, from what I get from CNBC, is historically not a good month for the market. But it's one stock in particular I want to talk about. I found this one here. I don't know if I already talked about this Jinko Solar. Uh, I found it today at school, and it don't even want to come up right. But you all know Enphase Energy has been my baby for a nice run down here from $10 before the first gap. This bad boy been running so strong to the second gap. And then it came up here, and for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days, it struggled with this 35.50 area. Now, from somewhere near the top of that high, this stock has sold off to the tune of 27%. Now, with that being said, one thing I do want to look for, I like that there's a moving average close by first, because that's my first eye in the sky for support. Anytime the price action crosses beneath my short-term moving averages, I'm always looking to sell. Period. Because that's an obvious sign. Sometimes it'll dip for a second, like I may be able to find it, like right here. Okay, so let me close out my intraday and let me get the secret sauce off the page. Look at where they down 9% today alone. But I like the fact that the stock tried to gap higher, so there was a touch of buying and then a massive sell. So, but sometimes you do have a case where, you know, you get faked out a little bit. It'd be a shakeout, fake out, trying to get people out the stock, right? You got this case right here also, which I'm going to slide back some, where the stock fell beneath. The stock fell beneath the short-term moving average just for a few days. So you got a decent green day. It wasn't a bullish engulfing type candle. The next day gave you the rest of the bulls engulfing the few bearish candles that we had for a few days. And then the trend proceeded to stay on top of the 9 EMA and the 13 EMA, climbing higher. But we're looking at a different case altogether right now. I don't want to say that this is a bearish or like a sign that like Enphase is about to fall and about to come all the way back down um, to $10, $12, $7 or whatever. It is a steep pullback. I'm not a person who does much with Fibonacci retracement, but I know that one of the retracements is about 20, 30%. And I guarantee you from the tip all the way to the bottom tip, you're right at 30% retracement. Now, what I don't like about this here, though, being that we got a 30% retracement from the high to the low that we face now, is that we've got some fat, chunky selling candles. And today's candle is, is a match for the highest sale candle that this stock has faced. Now, I don't know if that's let me squeeze that up. So what did I say? Okay, so that's $252 million sold out the stock today. Now there had to be a little bit of buying involved with that because the dollar volume is always a mix between buying and selling. I'll squeeze that back down now. What I will say is that I'm looking for a support level somewhere. 21 got to be an absolute cutoff. I don't know if you still in the stock, if people are still holding this here stock all the way through this point. If I was able to be in front of my computer every day and I was looking to trade this stock, this company, I would probably be looking to sell. But being that I'm looking to invest, I see this as a 20, 30% discount from the highs. If I can get in right now at 25, this is exactly where I want to get in at. $250 gives me 10 shares, $2,500 to land me 100 shares. And then I can not necessarily expect, but I can look forward to some sort of climb because this is a steep low. I always like confirmation, but sometimes if you wait, confirmation can be too late. So I'm trying to get used to buying in on these red days. I didn't have the time to do that today. Yeah, so one part that I want to point out that I didn't like is that the market is gapping higher. Wow. Enphase is pressing lower. I don't know if that's an ominous sign or not. Watching a Warrior Trader video right now. He lost 5,000 for the day. He lost 5,000 for the day. I hate to say I can't wait till I can have those kind of numbers because you're not looking to lose $5,000 any day. But if you got $2, $3, $4, $500,000 in different accounts, money growing, 5,000 is not a big number. Of course, you want to be making 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm getting at is I can't wait till I got an account big enough where 5,000 is a small loss. Okay, so let's look at what else Enphase may have going on. I always just go to Yahoo because TradingView usually leads me right back to Yahoo. And FinViz usually leads me right back to Yahoo. Those are my top two. So I will come through. They always give you the summary to start. I scroll down. Here's why Enphase Energy keeps tumbling. So, they already got an article out ready for me. Fell as much as 11% today. Have now lost over 25% since August 26th. There hasn't been any negative news to send the stock tumbling in recent weeks, but the stock had posted a 600% year-to-date gain before the recent plunge began. So 600%, that is a massive gain. People that are in the stock that's got a chunky amount of shares, you can't expect something to run forever before I even continue reading. You can't expect the stock to run forever, you know what I'm saying? And being that I just showed you that the stock for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days struggled to get above this 35 level. You know what I'm saying? It was due for some pullback, but this is a steep pullback. This is a trend reversing pullback. I kind of can say for 3 days now, we got a little bit of sideways action kind of not looking at today though, because today was a steep bearish sell-off on a day when the market was bullish. So I don't like that. I don't like that. But I got to stop thinking so short term and look at things from the long term. So from the long term standpoint, this is a 30% discount from where the price is now at 25 to a high of 35.50. And that's pretty much how I'm looking at it. Lost over 25% and 30% from the absolute high. I don't even know where I stopped reading that. Okay, so it wouldn't be surprising if investors want to take some gains off the table from what's been one of the best renewable energy stocks on the market. One of the best renewable energy stocks on the market. So, I mean, you could be getting a stock that's discounted right now. And that's always worth your while. Always worth your while. You know what I'm saying? Um, for me, it's going a little bit against the grain, but it's a long-term thought. So I don't mind that. Actually, I like that because now instead of me putting 350 in for 10 shares, I can go throw 250 at it, and now I got another 10 shares. So I'm trying to gobble right now 10 shares at a time, 10 shares at a time. Hell, I want 1,000 shares of Enphase before I'm done. That's the thought process, at least. Okay, so I'm not finna get into too much more reading. I mean, they showing you a picture of what's supposed to been going on, but also my another thought, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's a bearish thought was uh 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 uh, uh they okay. Let me take a look at some more things before I get into that though. I always want to come over and look at the market cap. Market cap was at 4 point something billion, but the last time I looked at it, now they had 3 billion. Let me hit the statistics. Let me see if short interest is picking up any. Short interest is 11 million and only about 11%, so it hasn't picked up too much. Shares outstanding has grew a tad bit since the last time I looked at it. Float has grew a touch. They still got plenty cash compared to the debt, so I still like the cash to debt ratio. They got cash on debt. Operating cash flow looks good. You know what I'm saying? Levered free cash flow looks good. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, 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 uh. They got good revenue sitting over here. 404 million. That's plenty of money. And when I come over here to the profile a little bit, because I have seen something in something I read a little while ago was saying that they did cross the 1 million micro inverters. You know what I'm talking about? Wow. And they introducing something else. This website stores cookies on your computer. The cookies are used information, content, and interact with our website. Remember, you use information in order to confuse. Okay, so just a little bit of something. I don't know. Don't ask me again. Leave me alone. So what I usually do is I always come back to the website. Anything new, I would want them to be posting some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Almost 1 million installations. Map. They got a map. Now I know they're global. Look at the domination of the United States. Are you seeing this? Heavy and fat states like California and over here in New York. I see in my state of Florida, they building up, they brewing up some stuff too. Even down in New Mexico, over here in Haiti. I see some stuff in the Bahamas that just got tore to smithereens. Uh, 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 Prayers up to the people in the Bahamas. That's really why I'm trying to go with that as I get stuck on the words. Okay. And look at this here. I just got back over here. This thing here is picked up even more. Oh, it's moving around. All right. So I don't know what I'm talking about on that note. But CEO letter to shareholders. I mean, okay, so 20 million microinverters shipped. Oh, it's been 20 million. Upcoming events, solar professionals. And I always just come through and scroll through the site. I haven't looked at it in a while. I ain't really been able to be in front of the market in a while. I'm in the middle of a transition. So I'm not at home until about 7:30, and I leave the house about 5 in the morning. So I'm going more than 12 hours a day. I got to make a pretty decent long drive. But things still look good, in other words, or if I'm saying anything, that's all I'm trying to say is things still looking good to me. When it comes to Enphase, they're just getting cheaper. That's my thought process. I can yap all day, especially about Enphase. I'm already 15 minutes in, so that's why I'm gonna call my halt. Now, I'm gonna use a moving average, or I'm gonna use this here yellow line, which I had as a resistance at one point before the price jumped above it. Then it becomes support. If the stocks price come down here and it dips below this 21, that's where I'm absolutely gonna call it quits, and I'm gonna move out the stocks way, and I'm gonna watch how far it falls. Now the company's numbers are still good, so yeah, it may get some severe selling because of panic. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather just move out the way and get the cheaper price at the bottom. But it could be bottoming right now. Who knows? Hey, y'all all know what this is. This is Pursuit of Freedom.